It's tea time. All right, y'all. I've been hinging. Is that a verb? I don't know. This guy reaches out to me on Hinge. Oh my God, you seem like you have an amazing personality. You seem like you would like totally match my energy. You're so gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. We chat. He seems totally normal and chill and into me. And so he invites me to he's hosting like a pregame before a boat show at the wharf. This seems like a great low pressure, low key way to meet somebody off Hinge. And so we're going to go to the pregame and then we're going to the boat show. Right before the date, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to go. It's freezing outside. But I talked to my aunt and she's like, oh my God, the boat show is so fun. I went, you should totally go. And then even if the date's not great, you'll be doing a cool thing. I was like, you know what? That's a great point. So I travel there. It takes a long time. It takes like probably an hour to get there. So I finally get there and I call him to be like, hey, I'm almost at the apartment building. Like, can you come down? He answers the phone and I hear him yelling into the phone, you need to leave right now. And I'm like, I don't think he's talking to me. I'll be furious if he's talking to me. And then he like comes to and he's like, oh, hey, yeah, like I'll be down in a couple minutes. I'm like, red flag, but cool. So he comes down to the lobby, gets me, brings me upstairs. I'm meeting his friends. His friends seem really chill and cool and great. And so I'm like, oh, like this is a great sign when a guy has friends that you like and get along with. It is all men. I feel like I should have noticed that. But oh well, whatever, right? Anyways, the guy himself, I'm not sure about. And it's tricky because I have been sober lately. And so it's like, you know, a bit of a weird dynamic to be sober around people who are drinking. And normally it's fine, but I feel like it definitely is not as easy to be like physically, like the first date tension that needs to be there is harder to establish when one of us is drunk. You know what I mean? So I'm like really on the fence about him. And I'm like, I really wanted to go to this boat show. So I keep kind of trying to convince myself, like, no, like, whatever. Maybe there's potential. Maybe, you know, giving people the benefit of the doubt. So, like, spidey senses are telling me no. But I'm like, whatever. Let's, like, give it some time. See if we can build up anything. I'm chatting with his friends. Pretty chill. 20 minutes in, he pulls me over to the corner and he's like, oh, so, like, are you attracted to me? I'm like, oh, like, I'm still deciding, which is not a sexy answer, but it's the truth. And he's all like, oh, honesty. He goes, literally that face. And he's like, oh, well, like, that's a first. Like, I know I'm an attractive man, so, like, no one's ever said that before. Okay. Your delicate little ego starting to get bruised. But I want to go to the boat show. So I'm like, oh, like, I say something like, oh, like, it's only been, like, 20 minutes. Like, I think it's pretty normal for me to, like, not yet know whether. And so then we, like, end up rejoining his friends, and he's, like, getting all weird, and he's like, oh, like, we're gonna leave in the next couple minutes to the boat show. And then he gets all flustered, and then he, like, looks at me, and he's like, oh, like, can we go talk over here real quick? And this pregame it's in one of those apartment buildings that has, like, a communal area. So we're in the, like, communal area on the roof. So we, like, go to a different section of the communal area, and we're chatting. It's like, oh, like, if you don't see any potential here, then, like, it doesn't make sense to waste time. And I'm like, oh, like, I think that, like, physically there's potential. I just don't know if we have, like, all the chemistry and stuff like that yet. And he's like, oh, okay, like, that's what I was asking, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, is he saving it? Or did the red flag already get thrown? So then we're, like, chatting, and it's getting a little bit more normal. And he's talking about how, like, oh, yeah, like, I work in finance, and so I like to, like, buy drinks all the time for people because you can make connections and all this. So I'm, like, always paying for stuff. And, you know, it, like, usually ends up benefiting me in the long run because then I, like, find all these accounts and blah, 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 right? Meanwhile, the story he originally told me about why he was yelling into the phone when I first got here is that someone had been at his pregame and, like, refused to pay for mixers and was always mooching off of him. And, you know, like, at some point it's got to be even. 6, 7. Then he, like, happens to see a guy he knows who's like with his girlfriend, and he's like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. Like, are we going to do a shot together? This, and that. I'm like, yeah, like, go for it. You can do as many shots as you want. Like, I'm a big time instigator. Like, I don't care if I'm sober. I'll get everyone around me drunk as hell. So then the guy I'm on a date with is like, oh, I'm going to go grab my bottle from the other area. I'm chatting with this couple, and they're really cool. I like them a lot. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, they're like, how do you know? I'm like, oh, this is our first Hinge date. And they're like, we're so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's pretty chill. It's literally pregame. So I expected to like talk to other people. He comes back over. They like, the guys start taking their shot together. I'm chatting with the girl. These two female security guards walk over, and they look dead at the man that I'm on a date with. And they go, sir, you know that you're banned from this apartment building and that you're not allowed to be here right now. He ignores them and carries on with his conversation, pretending that he doesn't hear her. And they're like, sir, we literally have like gotten multiple complaints of you harassing the tenants here, and you've been in an altercation downstairs and have like smashed bottles. Like, you can't be in this apartment building. So I'm like, well, I guess the pregame's over. I'm like, this is so awkward. And also, what did I just learn about this guy? So now he's like, oh, I'm just gonna get my stuff real quick. So then we like walk over to the other area. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom before I get kicked out into the cold. So I run to the bathroom. I come back out. I see his friend. His friend gives me this look, and I feel like this guy knows something. So I like sneakily get his Instagram because I want tea, right? And then he, in the meantime, like the guy I'm on a date with, like is getting escorted out of the building. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going. So I leave out the front door, and it's cold. He's like, oh yeah, like it's fine. We'll just go to the boat show. Like, I'll get an Uber, this, and that. And he's like, I want to explain to you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, did you call an Uber? Because it's freezing out. And he's like, at this point, he's drunk. And he's one of those drunk people who insist that he's not drunk and that he's sober. And I'm like, we're not going to have this argument. So then he gives the same, like, I want to explain myself to you. And I'm like, okay, like, go for it. He's like, oh yeah, a couple months ago, this other guy and I used to throw all these parties between like the apartment buildings here. And one night he slept with 5 different women on the same night. And the 5th one got upset and got us both banned. Not only does that not explain what the security guard said, but it's probably also true. So now I'm like, you're just confessing to more stuff that makes you sound like a terrible person. And if it's not true, then that is a really unhinged thing to make up. So then he's like, oh, what time would you have to leave? It's like 9-ish right now. I'm like, oh, probably like 10 because I have 7 hours of practice tomorrow. And he goes, oh, 10. And then he like looks down his phone. He's like, 2 Ubers and a meal for you to leave at 10. Like, wow, I know what I'm worth and what I deserve. And like, I deserve better than this. So we should just go our separate ways. Which means I put up with all of that shit just to go to the boat show. Did you not go to the fucking boat show? Anyways, then I'm already out. So I text his friend and I'm like, yo, I want to know why you gave me that look. His friend doesn't have that much to say, but essentially I just learned that they've only been friends for a week. And that apparently at every party he's been to, either the guy I was on a date with has either kicked other people out for not paying for stuff or has been kicked out for yelling at people and has like a really short temper and all that other great stuff. So I'm like, oh, lovely. I end up going out to hang out with the friend because I was like, I'm out. I might as well be out. And the night ends with me getting slapped by this guy and being like, it's time to go home. So the search for love continues. But please tell me I'm not the only one out here going on these insane dates.